What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/IDontWorkHereLady. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Not a letter carrier. Okay, so I live at a very large apartment complex, and where I work, you aren't allowed to lock up anything, including personal items, so I have my main bag that has locks. I also take my lunch, so I typically have 2 large bags with me when I go home. I wear a hat because the sun is brutal where I live, and the walk from my car to the mail is a good distance. The first thing I do when I get home is check the mail. When I get my mail, there is an envelope that looks odd. I am standing outside the boxes trying to think where this could be from. Enter Crazy Lady. Crazy Lady shouts at me from about 50 feet away. "Have you boxed up all the mail?" Me shouting, "I'm not the postal clerk." "What did you say?" Me shouting louder, "I'm not the postal clerk." Crazy Lady starts walking towards me. "Have you boxed up all the mail?" "I'm not the postal clerk." "Then who are you?" I live here and I'm checking my mail." Crazy Lady almost to me. "Are you stealing mail?" I live here and I'm checking my mail." "I can see the mail bags." "This is my work bag and lunch bag." Crazy Lady 2 feet away. "Do you have my mail or not?" "I live here and I'm checking my mail." "Then why do you have the postal bags?" "This is my work bag and lunch bag." Crazy Lady sighs loudly. "Have you boxed up the mail or not?" "No, because I am not the postal clerk." I toss the strange envelope in the apartment recycled mail bin and start to walk off. "This is why I never get my mail on time. You mailmen are the worst." I continue to walk off as the woman just stands there yelling. Hey yeah, Karen, I'm not the friggin' mailman. Now stop yelling at me." Customer demanded I open the bathroom for him during my lunch break while I was sitting in a restaurant I don't work at. Okay, so this happened pre-COVID, but I remember this moment and it always makes me laugh. I used to work in a grocery store that had a Carl's Jr. in the same parking lot. Once in a while, I would go there on my lunch break to eat and get away from work for a bit. That particular location, not sure if all Carl Jr.'s do this, locked their bathrooms and only allowed entrance if you were a paying customer who asked for the keys. One afternoon, I was sitting at a table near the entrance enjoying my meal when a homeless man entered the restaurant. He spotted me, my uniform required I wore a hat, and it must have looked similar to the Carl's Jr. ones, and immediately demanded I open the bathroom up for him. I began to explain I didn't work there, but he only kept getting louder and more obnoxious about his request. He flailed about randomly, shouting unintelligible words before finally stomping out of the store. I think he muttered something about people not knowing how to do their jobs, but I'm not too sure. I was surprised and made eye contact with one of the girls who actually worked there, and we both started giggling and shaking our heads. Nothing too crazy, but it always does make me laugh when I remember that story. "Hey you, give me the key to the bathroom right now." Chief, I don't work here. This is my uniform for the grocery store." "You're lying. Give me the dang key." I don't work here, lady who works here. So this happened to my husband at the annual corporate party for my job a few years ago. Dress code is typically casual as my job is pretty buttoned up during work hours. It was a buffet style food service, but for some reason that year they had servers filling drinks and whatnot at the tables where people sat to eat. So instead of waiting for a server to bring us waters, my husband just went to go get some. When he reached the table in the back of the room where the drinks were, he grabbed us 2 water bottles and started to head back to our table. I saw a lady who is a part of the serving team stop him, take the bottles of water out of his hand and walk away. After she left, he grabbed some more waters and walked back to our table. I asked him what happened and he said, "She thought I worked here and told me table number 15 needed silverware and took the waters out of my hand and left." My husband was wearing blue jeans and a black t-shirt that had Wakanda written in Wu-Tang font. The servers were definitely all in slacks and button-up shirts with their company logo on them. I have no idea how she thought he was a server. We still laugh about how table 15 never got their silverware. We didn't see her for the rest of the night, but I wonder if she realized her mistake and avoided us. Oh no. "What the heck are you doing with those waters? Get back to work. Table 15 needs some silverware. Chop chop." Well, looks like they're not getting their silverware. I literally just walked in the building. So before all this COVID mess, I frequented a certain craft store that rhymes with Pickles. Well, one day, I walked in the door all haggard, intending to buy paint for an art project. When I paint, I can't sleep. This real tall lady walked up to me and demanded to know where the candles were in this awful store. Me points to the candles right by the door where we are standing. Those? Karen huffs. No, you idiot! I'm not blind. Pillar candles. Me points to an aisle. I think that aisle has candles. Aren't you going to show me? All you employees are so rude. What? Ma'am, I just walked in the door. I do not work here. Motions to homeless appearance. She proceeded to scream at me and make a scene. The manager, who I knew very well, ended up confirming that I did not in fact work there. She got mad and walked off to the candles in a huff. Everything seemed done, and so I walked off to buy paints. I took my time, browsed the silly seasonal ceramics, and headed to checkout. Well, as I walked to the front, this lady and an accomplice full-on booked it out of the store with full carts of candles and expensive Cricut vinyl. Employees chased them out the door screaming for them to stop, but they kept on running and took the carts too. The police were called but never showed up. I informed the manager that that was the same lady that was screaming at me. The next time I came in the store, he informed me that when the lady stopped me, her accomplice was waiting around a corner to run out the automatic doors. All she needed was for me to show her the candles, I guess. Okay, that escalated really quickly. Hey, where are the candles, dummy? Pfft, never mind, I'm just gonna steal them. See ya! Shake my head. You're physically incapable of leaving the store. Okay, so I work at a small store on a college campus. We're right across the street from the school's bookstore and are technically a branch of it. Every semester, the bookstore hosts a poster sale outside in a tent. It's completely leased out to a company and all the transactions are done through them. I couldn't honestly tell you what we get out of it, but it's not sales. School started this week for us, and despite the nightmare in America, we're all going ahead with mostly in-person classes. Still, we've had a lot of phone calls instead of in-person sales, and I'm always grateful to the people who do them since it benefits both of us. Today I got a call from someone a bit different. The caller. Hey, I just spoke with staff member about the details of the poster sale, and I was just calling back to see if you could tell me the prices of the posters. Me. I'm so sorry, but I don't actually know. It's not actually under our division. We just know the dates and times because of the flyers they asked us to hand out. Well, could you go check for me? I'm sorry, but they don't have a website, and all the posters are different sizes and prices anyway. I can transfer you to the bookstore and someone might be able to help you over there. Well, can't you just go across the street and check for me? It's literally right there. Me, incredibly short-staffed and already having a terrible day. I'm sorry, sir, I can't leave the store. What do you mean? It's literally right across the street. It'll just take a second. Me, completely taken back that this man who isn't even a customer is asking me to literally exit my store to tell him the prices from another retailer. Sir, I'm clocked in over here. I'm sorry, I can't leave the store. You literally can't leave the store? Like you're physically incapable of leaving the store. Me, completely done with the day at 11 a.m. Yes, that's correct. Wow, great customer service. Thanks. At this point, I said thank you and he told me to have a nice day. I attempted to return the sentiment, but alas, my new friend hung up on me. And just when he was learning the traumatizing boundaries of my workplace prison. Maybe one day I will escape the physical entrapment of my store. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine someone asking you to go to a different store to tell them the prices? Like, Chief, I don't know, I don't even work there. Like, why don't you get up and go find out for yourself? Come on. My dad's I don't work here lady story. So the cast, my dad, famous Karen, and supervisor. My dad's I don't work here story, he doesn't use Reddit, barely uses Facebook LOL, and got approval to post for him, and he doesn't really care LOL. My dad used to work at a supermarket as a butcher with a union, relevant towards the end, around 20 years ago. I don't really know the time frame, but I'm assuming that, or even longer. But he was picking a few items at where he works and had about 30 items and let a few people go ahead of him because they had like 4 or 6 items, and he finally gets to the counter and they start scanning his groceries and this lady walks up and goes, Karen, can I go in front of you? Dad, no, I'm already almost done. The lady had also 30-ish things to buy and my dad was halfway done through scanning. A-hole. Dad to the cashier, some people's children. The cashier, you working tomorrow? Dad, nope, taking the day off. Then Karen whips around and goes, "Why didn't you tell me you worked here? You let the other two go and not let me go. I'm going to talk to your supervisor." It's not important if I did or not. I don't give an F. "Now I'm gonna get you fired. My time is worth more than yours." Dad, now not caring, "I don't give a flying F, you stupid booger." He probably said more swear words knowing my dad, but he didn't elaborate since he has a mouth of a sailor. So my dad comes home, then the next time he comes in, supervisor asks to see him. "Supervisor, you were rude to Karen, is that true?" Dad, "Not really, she blew up at me and I told her to shove it." "Well, we can't have that." Dad, cut supervisor off. "I was off the clock, you cannot effing tell me what to do off the clock. You want to make this an issue, talk to the union, other than that, I'm done." Supervisor, "But what do I tell her?" "That it's a union issue and to F off. I don't care." I did wish to see that in person because knowing my dad, there would have been a lot more cussing than that. LOL. "Hey, yeah, Karen, you can do what you want, but I'm off the clock." Oh boy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.